Yo, what's up, Trey? T23 back with another video. Going to be talking about this video, the New York Knicks, the best team in New York. Now, record might not say it. I'm not sure. I can check it out real quick. I can go to Eastern Conference standings. The Knicks did pass the Brooklyn Nets, so they are the best team, even record-wise, in New York. I'm going to be talking about the New York Knicks. This team has everything. They got a scorer. They got a number one option. They got a star in Jalen Brunson. Got a second star in Julius Randle. A third fiddle in RJ Barrett, who's been a little inconsistent, but he's been better over the past few games. Well, they got multiple rim protectors in Mitchell Robinson, Jericho Sims, who can fly. Emmanuel Quickly, who just had a 40 ball the other night against the Boston Celtics. I think it was last night. Crazy game. I'm gonna talk about that game in a second. They got a good they got a good young player in Quentin Grimes. So just everything for the New York Knicks it's been good. They started off kind of even, like around 500. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been either the beginning of this year or last year, where the Knicks were kind of during the beginning of the season. But they've turned it on. Jalen Brunson didn't play last night, and they beat the Boston Celtics in 2 overtimes, where the Boston Celtics in the second overtime couldn't score the ball, and then they also could not get stops. And it was crazy because I was always able to tell, especially in those overtimes and late in that fourth quarter, Julius Randle, every time he turned it back, they were saying it on the broadcast, but whatever. I was also thinking it. Every time Julius Randle caught the ball and he turned his back, he kind of was getting double teamed, and they threw 2-3 bodies at him because Jalen Brunson wasn't playing, so he didn't have the ball. Julius Randle had the ball most of the time. Julius Randle would turn his head, turn his back, and 2-3 defenders would go at him, and as he turns back, he can't see that. And they're not communicating it. And as he turns back, he sees him, grabs it, and it's already getting stolen. That's what happened on the last possession, I think, in regulation, where he had the ball. He went for a spin. I think it was a spin right. Jaylen Brown was right there, hit it, grabbed it, ran, and time expired. Where at that point, I feel like Emmanuel Quickly should have been the one taking that shot, because he already had 30-some points. Julius Randle's been amazing. Don't get me wrong, Julius Randle's been amazing, but at that point, maybe just run a pick and roll with Julius Randle, or give it to RJ Barrett to let him go at it. And then the Knicks at the end of regulation, they kind of broke down a little bit. Mitchell Robinson obviously missing the free throws, but all in all, the New York Knicks has been really good, and they can be a team that, like, honestly, I'm not saying that they can win the championship, but they're the 5th seed. Playoffs start now. Cavs versus Knicks. Now let me go over that little. Let me go just according to roster. Darius Garland, Jalen Brunson. At this point this season, I think they evens out. Donovan Mitchell, and I think it'd be Quentin Grimes, if I'm not mistaken. Quentin Grimes, Donovan Mitchell, RJ Barrett, Shetty Osman, or Karis LeVert, RJ Barrett. Julius Randle, Evan Mobley. Right now, Julius Randle. At that center position, that could be kind of even, because when Mitchell Robinson's healthy, he's a good rim protector. He can catch them lobs, and he can grab them offensive rebounds. But Jared Allen, Defensive Player of the Year candidate, he was an All-Star last year. Mitchell Robinson hasn't been an All-Star, hasn't been in conversation. So, I honestly, right now, I would give it to Jared Allen. It's by quite a bit, especially because Mitchell Robinson can't stay healthy. He's inconsistent, gets in foul trouble, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, that bench for the Knicks, Quentin Grimes, no, not Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel Quickly, Jericho Sims, Obi Toppin. They don't even play Derrick Rose. Like, they got some Isaiah Hartenstein. They got some bodies on that bench, bro. They got some bodies. They might beat the Cavs, just according to on paper on the roster, by the bench. Strictly on the bench. because, I mean, because the Cavs have been enjoyable to watch because of Donovan Mitchell. I can name quite a few people off that bench for the Cavs. It's kind of hard for me to think of New York Knicks roster without mentioning Derrick Rose because he's my favorite player of all time. It's hard to mention it because Quentin Grimes has been pretty damn good. Isaiah Hartenstein is pretty damn good. Jericho Sims has been nice, especially when Mitchell Robinson is out. He steps in and he plays nice. Emmanuel Quickly, like just the Knicks. The Knicks are good right now, man. The Knicks are good right now. I want to see Julius Randle's whatchamacallit? Julius Randle's stats over the last 5 games. Let me see. Julius Randle over the last 5 games. So last night against Boston, 47 minutes, 31 points. With 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, or 1 steal. Shot 39% from 3, 50% from the field. Night before against Miami, where he hit the game winner, he had 43 points, shot 61.5% from the 3, had 9 rebounds and 3 assists, and had a block. Against the Brooklyn Nets, March 1st, he had 21 points, 50% from 3. He had 8 rebounds, 8 assists. So, all around decent game for him. Against the Boston Celtics, February 27th, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. And then the night before, he had 28, 7, and 5. And I can go back 10, maybe even 15 games. Julius Randle has been a monster. He's been hitting his threes. He has been clutch. He has been playing some pretty damn good defense for Julius Randle. Jalen Brunson didn't play last night, and they beat a contender in the Boston Celtics, who weren't missing Jaylen Brown, who weren't missing Jason Tatum, who weren't missing Marcus Smart. They had don't think they had Robert Williams. They had Al Horford. They had Malcolm Brogdon. They had Derek White. They had every single person playing. And the Knicks, yes, it was double overtime, but the Celtics were up, and then the Knicks were up, and then the Celtics were up again. And then the Knicks went up, and did they lose the lead? But they ended up coming back, and they ended up winning that game, which was a big win. So, this is probably, besides the year they got the 4th seed, because I think there's more teams in the Eastern Conference that are better than the Knicks. 76ers, Celtics, Bucks, Cleveland. It's just this is how it is. But yeah, New York, watch out for the New York Knicks. They didn't have their second best player, and they beat a team who went to the finals last year and got better. If you guys like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Peace.